Every new year that you do live, you will regret not having started anything that you wanted to do the year prior, only regretting the past more. What I mean is that you should think of what you want to do today, not starting next year or next month, but today. Thinking that you are not going to be able to do anything in the future will only ensure that fate.
That is a quote, not made by Ralph Waldo Emerson or Charles Dickens, but is attributed to Adam Lanza, an alleged madman, addressed to his mother via email, according to the Office of the Child Advocate report. Nancy was portrayed as a gun enthusiast, a type of prepper who coddled her already anxiety-ridden, autistic, and problematic son to the point of seclusion and psychosis.
Honky see, honky do, he was raised by you.
All three bodies, the current, the state police, and the authors of the Child Advocate report, had exclusive access to Adam's medical and schooling records. One, if not all, are lying. The Child Advocate is quite clear about what Adam was doing his 8th grade year, as it states, AL's anxiety began to further impact his ability to attend school, and in 8th grade he was placed on homebound status through his education plan, a placement for children that are too disabled, even with supports and accommodations, to attend school. The psychiatrist responded with a faxed note that AL was medically, emotionally unavailable to be tested. According to the psychiatrist, AL could not and was not receiving homebound or hospital-based tutoring, and he was not attending school at all. Between March of 2006 and July of 2006, Adam Lanza's name appears 3 times within the Newtown Bee articles listing honor roll students. The list of second quarter honor roll students was published in March of 2006. Adam Lanza's name appears under the 8th grade honor roll. The third quarter honor roll list was released by the Newtown Bee in May of 2006. Adam Lanza's name appears under 8th grade honor roll. And the fourth quarter list was published on July 20th, 2006. Once again, Adam Lanza's name is listed under the 8th grade honor roll. The Hartford Courant, who in mid-2013 was allowed access to view Adam Lanza's medical and educational records, collaborated on the PBS Frontline investigation, Raising Adam Lanza, in February 2013. The corresponding article states, Adam began 8th grade at St. Rose of Lima School in Newtown, but he stayed for less than half the year before Nancy Lanza withdrew her son, officials said. On June 30th, 2013, the Courant changed its stance. In a new article entitled Adam Lanza's Medical Records Reveal Growing Anxiety, the Courant states that they obtained exclusive information from medical and school records that have for months been kept secret by agencies investigating the shootings. Part of this information seems to be that Adam started 8th grade at Newtown Middle School, not St. Rose of Lima. The Courant goes on to state that while attending Newtown Middle School, Adam was presenting as more anxious, particularly in groups, leading to an emergency room visit at Danbury Hospital in September 2005. The preliminary report released by Connecticut State's Attorney Stephen Sedensky, which relied on the Connecticut State Police, who were privy to all of Lanza's records from the earliest stages, states the shooter went through the Newtown public school system, though part of 7th grade and part of 8th grade were done at St. Rose of Lima School in Newtown. Media sources indicate that Adam started taking college courses at Western Connecticut State University in the summer of 2008 when he was only 16 years old. Some sources state Adam's enrollment at the university was done to either finish high school or earn a GED. However, by looking at the transcript provided by the New York Daily News, it shows that the courses Adam was taking were college-level undergraduate classes, indicating that Adam was earning part-time college credits for his future college education. Although we are prohibited from viewing a copy, Book 4 of the State Police Report states that it has, in its possession, a Newtown High School diploma for the shooter dated June 25th of 2009. Adam was only 17 in June of 2009, indicating that he graduated a year early. CBS reports that he earned a GED after dropping out of high school. The Child Advocate Report is clear on their stance. They state that not only did Adam graduate early, but the school was working with Adam to achieve his goal. His goal of graduating early and attending college classes did not seem inappropriate for a youth the school saw as gifted with a voracious appetite for learning. AL communicated his goal of graduating early from high school, and staff worked with him to assist with earning the necessary credits. By the beginning of AL's junior year, he had accumulated 11.5 credits towards the required 20 for graduation. By the end of the year, he was credited with 21, which allowed him to graduate a year early. Here, AL not only had a paucity of transition planning, he graduated early from high school. Yale Child Study Center states that Adam was not high-functioning. Yet, not only does Adam's name appear under 8th grade honor roll recipients, but his name is seen on the honor roll during the 9th grade, 10th grade, and he was even granted summa cum laude honors for his 10th grade Latin class. On top of that, according to the OCA, Adam graduated a year early. What an amazing feat for a kid who was not highly functioning. While the public has yet to have access to all of Lanza's medical information, the authors of the report were privy to both the unredacted police report and Adam Lanza's medical records.
There is suggestive material that suggests that Adam Lanza may have had a severe mental illness during the last 3 months of his life. Living alone in his home with black plastic bags on his windows, communicating with no one except his mother by email, assuming that that stuff is true. I mean, we don't have the investigatory power to know it, but for the sake of discussion, assuming that it's true.
If the reports are true, Yale Child Study Center could be seen as having failed Adam. Their failure was outlined when nurse Kathleen Koenig prescribed Adam the drug Celexa. According to the state police report, specifically immediately after prescribing a small dose of Celexa to Adam Lanza, Koenig received a phone call from Nancy Lanza which reported her son was unable to raise his arm. Koenig's seemingly unprofessional response to Nancy's decision to stop giving Celexa to Adam was that Nancy was being non-compliant. After the Sandy Hook event, the Connecticut State Police contacted Dr. Fox about Adam's medical records. Paul Fox states he destroyed all of his records pertaining to Adam Lanza. The stream of contradictions is often attributed to his alleged Asperger's syndrome, or autism spectrum disorder. However, according to the Child Advocate Report, the Yale Child Study Center did not conclude that Adam even had Asperger's syndrome. In fact, the doctor who gave Adam the diagnosis of Asperger's syndrome, Dr. Paul Fox, fled the country to New Zealand, escaping sexual misconduct charges in July of 2012. Dr. Fox later stated he destroyed Lanza's medical documents. And according to the state police report, Kathleen Koenig, nurse specialist at Yale Child Study Center, changed her diagnosis of Adam from some degree of autism spectrum disorder to obsessive-compulsive disorder. Kathleen Koenig contradicts her colleague, Dr. Robert King, who states Lanza appears to fall somewhere in the pervasive development disorder or autistic spectrum disorder. What condition he had or did not have will certainly not be known until Adam's retrievable medical documents are released to the public. According to the OCA report, Lanza was 5'10", 112 pounds in 2008. In 4 years, Lanza gained 2 inches in height, but stayed the exact same weight. He was deemed anorexic by the OCA. All 3 bodies, the current, the state police, and the authors of the Child Advocate Report, had exclusive access to Adam's medical and schooling records. 1, if not all, are lying.